revolt against who and why. The American people have the right that they obtain the Constitution, Bill of Rights, human rights, and from a religious point of view, the laws of God, and from, say, a non-believer's point of view, the laws of man, human rights. For one that constantly threw this at other countries, and while masqueraded committing genocide, was DocCastellano's father's family, and DocCastellano and his family, and other families. They showed me one girl, and there's now whistleblowers that some have been mysteriously, some say have been murdered or questionable deaths, certainly before their time, and lives being ruined because they were patriotic and said, let's do it correctly. Can only a Republican president? Oh, this is being brought to you by Preacher Doc. You have to be at least 21 or older, I say, to watch my videos. I throw back at them what they throw at me in the same language, and maybe put a little emphasis on it. And they throw quantity at me, figuring nobody can stand up to their quantity, and they can get away then with genocide and murder and cover-up, grand thefts, cover-up. So I throw quantity back at them. And this is by Preacher Doc, who says, yeah, especially at the high administrative level internationally, they don't want loud and certainly vulgar hassles. So I have to keep that in mind. But I have the right and duty to raise my voice for justice, honors, and some of the vast wealth they stolen from me, get some of that back. I need it. I'm elderly, injured, and I really need my money in order to help my health and my family from the genocide practices of the Hooverists. And I have defined Hoover and what Hooverists are. Now, can only a Republican president be impeached? I think that the House of Representatives start impeachment proceedings versus this illegal president who was not born in the U.S., is an illegal president, has gone the route of wars on just the clique and forced people to go and kill other people. And if they object, they're imprisoned and so forth. In an hour, this is what I found, and I suggest you also view these videos. Unexploded bombshell. Barack Obama admits to being born in Kenya. Now, they go through Barack Obama, what he wrote about himself, that he was born in Kenya. Now, then there's the Political Forum and others. That's what is reprints the official like record from his book admitting he was born in Kenya. Then there's the Political Forum and others who and others also present identical or similar proof. Then there's Wikipedia. Barack Obama presidential eligibility litigation. Wow. You should see the quantity and quality of those actions. And it looks like one judge, the first one, picked up and says that he dismisses it because those bringing the litigation have lack of standing. And then they keep repeating that. They throw it out of court, or the Supreme Court rules with no comment. What is this, a cruel joke that our Supreme Court rules and we don't know why they rule or how? They can just rule and say that they're not going to say how and why they ruled? Who are they representing? And isn't it a fierce life and death cruel crime when they can force a girl who's working, but she was in the reserve to get a couple of dollars patriotically. Her husband happens to not be working. They had 2 or 3 children. And they force her to go into the service, to go over to Iraq and wherever they want to send them, to kill people there and risk being killed on the orders of an illegal commander-in-chief. And if you bring action, they say the action you bring against him is thrown out of court through lack of standing. Well, as Preacher Doc, I'm not an attorney, but maybe the expose editor can go into about this lack of standing. I just suggest you read those articles, because does a father have the right to say, you are not going to force my wife by a illegal president that they got in there through doing things in such a way they got control of them, and then if she dies, I'm widowed with children. That isn't right. You're violating the Constitution. What rights does he have that they say lack of standing? You understand? So I think, like they say, an unexploded bombshell, more and more people have to take up arms and prepare to defend themselves against this Hooverist who commit assassinations, murder witnesses, forced taking of my Xerox and laser beam, forcing those who are in the military to say you have to do what this illegal commander-in-chief wants you to do. And I really suggest you read those 2 articles. And with that, I say it's obvious I'm telling the truth. And all those who say, who can help and will help, I highly say, of course, thank you.